Capricorn, welcome to my channel. As I see tarot, I appreciate you clicking on this video. This is a 5-card tarot card overall energy general reading for the time period between November 1st and the 15th of 2020. It is a general reading for the larger collective of Capricorns, and it's intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with every Capricorn, so please understand it's okay. Take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I already shuffled the cards and requested the universal guidance. The cards that were ejected during the shuffle are listed here. This represents your energy or past influences. Keep in mind that it's significant energies, and sometimes that may have resolved. Other cases it may still be lingering. Yeah. The second card here represents the energy for your present energies during this time frame. The third card here represents the energy for your future energies during this time frame, things that are on the horizons or could be appearing. The fourth card here represents your challenges, energy challenges. Keep in mind that these are not necessarily negative things. They could be information that's provided, but in most cases, it's usually you're presented with some sort of choices that you can make based on your own free will. And the fifth card here represents your outcome energies for this time period. So we have here the Prince of Wands, or in other tarot cards it's known on the page. Angels and spirit guides, please help us understand for our Capricorns why the page or Prince of Wands is in their past influences, please. Well, the message I'm picking up here, Capricorns, is that in your past influences in the last few months, many of you were inclined to basically give anything a try. You demonstrate that you were embracing, the energy and the willingness to sort of go out on a new journey. It could have been a new project. I don't pick up that there was necessarily a strategic plan in place, but it was really the idea and the willingness and the possibility. Sagittarians, as you know, many of you have the gift of dreaming of sort of creative ideas. And, I'm picking up that many of you are sort of thinking of new ideas or dreams. The Prince of Wands here, or the page, typically indicates, Capricorns, that some of you are experiencing this sort of creative restlessness. It's about having the energy and the willingness, but not quite knowing where you want to go with it. You can call it basically it's a spark, but you didn't really have a plan to how to implement it into sort of a reality. For some Capricorns, I pick up, you may have been able to sort of map it out, or you attempted to map it out to test your ideas. Some of you may have experimented before you were committing. The universe was basically guiding you that it was a good idea to do a test run of those ideas, because it would ultimately save you some time and energy. And it also was important for you to make sure that whatever you were working on was going to help you in your own alignment, your personal alignment of your broader goals. Typically, the page of wands here, Capricorns, some of you were experiencing or wanting to experience a spiritual path or a journey, and felt sort of a calling. I'm picking up there was sort of a curiosity, and you were intrigued about where these thoughts were coming to and where they would lead. And you just sort of a spiritual endeavor. And this could have been from taking a class to just doing some research on your own, to just, a special interest of reading something. And some of you may have even went as far as finding taking it a little bit further and getting a mentor, or someone who that you could talk to about whatever this endeavor was, and you found it helpful. And our present energy for this time frame, oh, we have a major arcana card. We have the Hangman, but it is in reverse. Angel and spirit guides, please help us understand for Capricorns why our Hangman is in reverse here in their present energy reading, please. Well, now Capricorn, if this was the upright Hangman, we know that that typically encourages, one to sort of pause and sort of reflect and try to look at things from a different perspective. However, for you Capricorns, I'm picking up, since this is in the reverse of your present energies. This is basically telling you that you need to hit the pause button. It's the universe's way of sort of forcing you to want to pause. But some of you are resisting doing that. And if you found yourself or have sort of that drive that you're wanting to, sort of get through your days with tasks and projects, that you're keeping yourself busy and things to distract you from, whatever it is that you're actually wanting to pay attention to, all you're doing is distracting yourself, but you're not putting that energy to anything specific. The universe here is, in this message for those Capricorns, is encouraging your spirit and your body to sort of be in alignment and to slow down. But you have to remember, your mind keeps wandering, and that's what you have to sort of stop and rest and get all of the things in alignment. This is, I'm picking up for Capricorns, about finding your alignment and pausing. Because for many of you, you're not doing this, sort of on your own or as self sort of monitoring. So if you're feeling this strong urge, this is the universe, really putting on the pressure and turning the volume up so that you won't ignore it. Because if you continue to ignore it, Capricorn, and not take this pause, you're going to end up crashing. So, if you are already feeling this energy or you're feeling this sort of intuition to sort of take a pause, the universe is saying, take the pause. Tune in and listen to it. You will benefit from it. For some Capricorns, you're already experiencing, things that have been already on hold for you. Some of you may be experiencing frustration because whatever it is that you're working on isn't going anywhere. In this case, the reverse Hangman is going to indicate, that, Capricorns, in this case, you might be blocked. You might be stuck, or you're restricting yourself, or something is restricting you, and it could be other people. It could be in other circumstances that are putting things on hold. And even if you're feeling a little bit resistance, the universe here is reminding you, to don't fight it. Don't fight the resistance. This is about the importance of just surrendering as to what is, and letting go, that attachment of how things should be, or how you were hoping that they would be. This is about the web and flow of life, and even though things aren't going to go as you expected or wanted to, Capricorn, but keep in mind, not everything goes exactly the way we expected. This is about loosening your grip. For the Capricorns, whose life has already been on pause for a period of time, the reverse Hangman, I'm picking up, is going to come as a positive sign for those who have been sort of stalled for some time. Because in this case, this is the message that's going to give you the energy to move forward. However, you're going to see it from a different perspective. And you're going to see this from a new sense of energy. You're going to find, too, that events are just going to line up with more ease and flow, and all of a sudden it's just kind of like, wow, this is happening, and that's your sign that to move forward. But again, and that pause throughout this Hangman here is about stopping and pausing and giving yourself an opportunity to look at something different, and to change a perspective or strategy if you need to do so. And if you haven't, so here in your present, this is about being prepared to make those changes, so that you can move ahead with a new mindset and a better vision. I'm picking up, for Capricorns, if you're in a relationship, And this may indicate that your relationship is on hold. And in this case, the reverse hangman is basically sending you a message that that um, that you're just okay with waiting around. You're not in a hurry. In some cases, Capricorns, you realize that the relationship that you're in will revolve on its own. But I'm picking up some of you may feel there's some complexities that you're not trying to rush. However, you don't want to wait, forever. So, this is about sort of just being mindful and acknowledge that there will come a time when you're going to have to make some sort of decision about this relationship that you're in. The reverse hangman I'm picking up can also signal for Capricorns that you're stalling on a decision or to make or an action that you need to make. Some of you may be waiting until you feel you're 100% ready. But the universe is going to say to you that when is 100% ready ever going to happen? So this may be in that case of asking you what are you waiting for. So, if this is applying to you, then this is the universe's way of saying take the leap and make a decision. In other words, you've been prolonging too long, and to do so before the universe decides to do it for you. In our future energies, we have the Four of Pentacles here. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for our Capricorns why the Four of Pentacles is in their future energies during this time frame, please. Well, well, Capricorns, and for this future energy in this specific time frame, I'm picking up that the Four of Pentacles is going to ask you to sort of examine your relationships with money. Some of you Capricorns are doing well, or if you're getting by with and you're investing your money, and you're sort of enjoying your day-to-day life. And some of you, on the other hand, are sort of desperately clinging on to every bit of money that you get. For you're sort of afraid to spend money because perhaps in the first part of this year under COVID-19, you might have experienced some sort of financial challenge. So you're hanging on and sort of tightening your grip. But in the most positive sort of message here, the Four of Pentacles, Capricorns, is suggesting that if you have created that sort of wealth and that a consistent sort of abundance that's coming in for you, particularly around material things or money, it's because you've been attentive to your long-term financial security, and you were smart enough to be saving money. You've been monitoring your expenses and living within your budgets, and you're feeling comfortable. Of course, you can always do better, but for the most part, you're feeling comfortable. In that case, some of you are perhaps reviewing, what your future would be, and perhaps wanting to modify or create a better long-term investments, even if it's a retirement plan. And of course, that's the idea that you're sort of wanting to protect and what you're able to accumulate, and you obviously want to increase your net worth for the long term. On the other hand, the Four of Pentacles is almost to the opposite extreme for some of you Capricorns, because it can also represent scarcity, a mindset. And some of you, particularly around material and money things, some of you are spending your cash and just perhaps enjoying your lifestyle a little bit too much, and you're spending it quicker than you're getting it. So those are the two extremes, and the universe may say this is time to sort of budget. So if you're either budgeting too conservatively or you're spending too quickly, this is going to be a message, Capricorns, to find a balance and the importance of finding a balance. For those of you who are stashing it and feeling insecure about wanting to spend it, you have to understand that money is an exchange, and you can spend money even when you're trying to budget. You just have to live within your means, and you have to make smart decisions. There's a safe approach to spending money. So, the message here is to find that sort of healthy balance between spending money and saving, so that you'll be happy and content. In many cases, overall, Capricorn, the Four of Pentacles here can also suggest that some of you are just putting too much emphasis on money and material possessions, and you're sort of attaching yourself to these things, external things, and you're allowing your possessions to become your life. Um, if you assessed your self-worth based on how much you're earning and the type of car that you have, how expensive your home is, or where you're living, or how much money you can spend for vacations, etc. That's great. But however, you may be finding yourself in having this energy of you're in a catch-22, because as your standard of living increases and you're wanting to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, you're going to have to work harder to generate that income to sustain it. So, that may be creating a burden for you. And you have to, again, about finding balance with money. Capricorns, if you're struggling with your finances, the Four of Pentacles comes uh, basically with wise advice to manage your money and resources more carefully. Again, you don't want to live beyond your means. So, again, make sure you don't spend more money than you earn, and it's wise to have a good budget and savings plan, and to, continue to monitor your financial goals. In addition, for Capricorns, the Four of Pentacles also appears for some Capricorns if you're seeking to get more control of your life. And this could be getting more control of your work or finding that work-life balance. Some of you may be experiencing sort of a micromanaging at work, or there's others who are sort of bossing or sort of manipulating you in your work area. If for relationships, Capricorns, you are maybe finding yourself to be more protective, even on the verge of being possessive. Uh, and this is about sort of wanting to assure that there's no threat with what you have, and this includes your money, material things, and even a relationship. So, in this case, you might be considering your relationship as your possession. So, you know, in this case, change is feeling sort of threatening to you, and it could, bring up fears of your safety and long-term security. So, if there's a suggestion of doing things differently, you might be feeling resistance. So here, the universe is basically saying, in some cases, playing it safe may be the way to go, rather than taking any risk at this point. So, again, you have to sort of assess where you are in the realm of things here, Capricorn. And again, it's about finding balance. In our fourth card, we have a major arcana card. We have the Fool. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for our Capricorns why the Fool is in their challenges for this time period, please. Well, Capricorns, and the good thing is that we know the Fool card is about new beginnings. It's about potential for you. It's about new opportunities. This is about taking a leap of faith. Some of you, you're feeling that energy, but perhaps you're not sure where exactly you want to go. But you're feeling it, and this is so a message here, for Capricorns is to follow your heart. No matter how crazy it is, this is about taking a leap of faith, and it's about encouraging you to sort of, be mindful and to, think about it, but to trust the universe will take you where you need to be. So, this is about embracing, perhaps in some cases, the unknown. It's about letting go of fear, any worry or anxiety about what may or may not occur, because it's about a new experience. It's an opportunity. It's about a personal growth, development, or even an adventure for you. The key here is that this is going to be the now, and your challenge is, will you take the leap of faith? Even in some cases that perhaps you're not feeling 100% that you're ready or even equipped to take such. But seriously, the universe is going to say, what are you waiting for? In this particular case, the universe is saying you have everything you need right now to take the leap of faith. You know, the fool here, of course, keep in mind, is going to venture out on a journey and will take just the essential things that he needs. And you're invited to sort of do the same thing. The universe is basically saying to you that you don't need to wait for someone else to give you the green light, or hold off until you feel you have all the skills or all the tools or all the resources that you think. That's just postponing something. In this case, that if you're feeling that energy that it's that you want to go, this is the green light. So watch for this. This is signaling for Capricorns. This is about a great potential, and again, it's about a great opportunity right now. Um, so you know, this is encouraging you to use your creative mind, uh, to trust. In this case, spontaneity is a good thing, and you know you'll benefit from it. You know, the Fool card here in your challenges here is about an invitation to relax, to have some fun, to play. Um, it's about, again, you know, sort of experimenting and doing something different, going with the flow. It's asking you to sort of embrace a carefree spirit, Capricorns, allowing yourself to sort of connect that energy that surrounds you, and let it flow through you. This is about an opportunity to tap your fullest potential, and you know, using your curiosity and even intrigue. Again, in many cases, think of this as a child. Children don't overthink things. You can laugh along the way. There's a spontaneity. You learn as you go, and you're a little bit more carefree. And this is, you know, giving you that opportunity to experience the same thing right now. This is an excellent card, Capricorn, to meditate on if you're struggling. If you're having some sort of doubt, or feeling some sort of dread. In this case, you know, Capricorns, the Fool is a guide. Use the Fool as a guide for someone who's sort of more daring and carefree. There's an embodiment of, in many cases, who you really are. It's a reflection of your inner child, Capricorn, that playful soul. So, you know, if you are experiencing, you know, fear, remember the essence of the Fool, and his message is basically encouraging you to acknowledge that fear, and to let it go. You know, none of us know what our future holds, and nothing's for sure in the most cases. But the Fool here, in your challenges here, is encouraging you to step into the unknown right now. This is about trusting the universe, and that the universe will catch you and lead you in the right direction. So, you know, your challenge here, Capricorns, is take a chance and see what happens, or not. And in our outcomes, we have the Ace of Cups. Ace is a very good card. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand what the Ace of Cards here is in the outcomes for our Capricorns during this present time frame, please. Well, Capricorns, you know, in your outcomes for this time frame, this is about divine love, and it's about compassion, and this is about overflow. And you'll see the overflow here of this cup. It's symbolizing that you know, you are doing, you're being blessed. So, this is nice. You're sort of, it's a flow of energy that you're experiencing. This is about Capricorns opening your heart, and let your emotions flow, because because you're receptive, and when you do so, you're going to sort of bring about those creative opportunities. You're going to enhance your loving connections. In some cases, you're going to feel even a deeper connection with those closer to you. Um, as with all aces in the tarot cards, you know, keep in mind that this is an invitation to you, Capricorns. And you know, your outcome is that, will you take it? Will you say yes? Will you let it run with you? The Ace of Cups here carries the emphasis of potential, and particularly pertaining to spiritual and emotional fulfillment. But only, Capricorns, if you embrace it with an open heart. So you have to be aware of it, and you have to be open to it. You know, Capricorns, this is coming in your outcome energies. I'm picking up here is because um, many of you are feeling this sort of open creative expression. And now it's like if you were on, you know, thinking about opening your emotions and letting them shine through, this is basically saying do it. Let it shine through you. It's going to help you create sort of inspiration to start those new projects. Some of you might want to take art classes or engage in, something creative, um, something that's potentially comfortable for you, and allow you to sort of express a different part of yourself that you normally don't. This is about a fresh potential, and it's allowing, your, Capricorn, your creative juices to flow. This is about using your imagination and your talent to enhance those new possibilities. I'm also picking up that here for you, Capricorn, that the Ace of Cups is representing perhaps a new relationship. Um, this could be a new friendship, a new family connection, some perhaps a blossoming romance. But there's sort of excitement. There's that even sort of fluttering and butterflies in your stomach. So whatever it is, I'm picking up that you're feeling that you've met someone that you can connect with. And again, it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It just could be someone that you feel like you've known for a long, long time. This is going to encourage you, Capricorns, to give yourself permission to be open, and allow yourself to receive it and experience this sort of unconditional love. Um, and you're going to find that that sort of affection and meaning is just going to flow, effortlessly. Um, it's going to create sort of a loving aura about you. As you see in this card here, sort of see, the water is overflowing effortlessly. And that sort of symbolizes, the flow of emotion. So here at Capricorns, this is, encouraging you to use your enthusiasm in this relationship, whether it's platonic or not, because it's going to generate sort of a great combination of things on both parts. And that's exciting. I'm also picking up here, um, it's going to bring about compassion for you. Um, as we come into the holiday seasons, Capricorn, some of you are going to be wanting to be in a more giving mode, not taking. So you're going to feel generous to help out others, and some of you are going to realize that you have the power to sort of share that inner radiance and positive energy. And perhaps as you get together for the holidays, you're going to, be able to enjoy that. Um, in many cases, you're going to, remind yourself that sometimes it's more important to give than it is to receive on multiple levels. And for some Capricorns, the Ace of Cups here also signals that there's something new, and this could be in the realm of conception, pregnancy, or birth. This may not be yours specifically, but perhaps someone that you know. Um, you know, yeah, it could also represent that spark of inspiration, something new is coming in. And again, it's a surrounding sort of a great deal of loving and sort of a creative energy that's coming towards you. Um, yeah, so good thing for you. This is awesome. You have the new beginnings that are coming forward. So, my Capricorns, thank you very much for clicking on this video. I definitely appreciate it. Um, If you would like to support this channel, understand, I know you hear it a zillion times, the YouTube algorithms depend on what I call the big three, and that's clicking like the video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification buttons. If you already have done the subscribe and the notification, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. If you have not and you're hesitant, please understand that you're not going to get bombarded by junk mail and anything else. You're probably not going to even notice it. You'll see a little icon that pops up with a number in your YouTube, but they rely on these algorithms, and this is important to channels because the more you get likes and subscribes and notification clicks, the more YouTube will promote your channel or my channel or other people's channels to a wider audience. And I'm a new channel, so I would appreciate your support if you are so kind to do so. But up to you, and I appreciate it. Capricorns, please keep in mind that please feel free to leave a comment if you felt that any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if you didn't find all of it or some of it was not applicable, understand that's totally okay. Sometimes the reading just isn't for you, particularly because it's a general reading. So, my Capricorns, please, thank you very much for your attention to this and appreciate it. And we will see you in the last 2 weeks of November and wish you well. Thank you.